today, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's the AFC Championship game on EA Sports. Pittsburgh Steelers versus Dak Prescott and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
It's time for the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are in a city that sure had its share of memorable playoff games in the past. Pittsburgh, PA at Heinz Field. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, and none other than Cam Newton.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Back to throw, Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the ball out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. A shotgun snap for Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, Newton going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down.
47-yard line.
Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Completion here to Claypool. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. To the air again, Newton. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The end result, 21 yards. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool him with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Claypool. With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by the former Mississippi State product, the mobile quarterback, Dak Prescott.
When he came out of college, I thought his best attribute was being able to break the pocket and make plays in the open field. But watching him develop over the years, you see a guy who can stand in the pocket and deliver excellent throws into tight windows.
Gets this up across the 20 to the 21 or 22. Did show some power on that run, breaking the tackle.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott caught Eifert over the middle. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, The discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, you know, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
At the 36-yard line.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Prescott's pass.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Prescott's pass. Intended for D.D. Westbrook.
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
On the return, Johnson. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton, Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And that will be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
Kick catch interference. Kicking team.
No!
Well, that was pretty obvious. He didn't let him catch it.
Agreed, and what's hard is you make that long run downfield to try and cover it, but you got to locate the football as well.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd.
Now it's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Complete to the right side, it's Eifert.
Prescott's pass. Complete to Tyler Eifert. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Steelers 7. Jaguars nothing.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. He finds Coleman. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
A gain of 7.
Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Leonard Fournette. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Steelers.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target. And it's 3rd and short. The Jaguars on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Prescott now, option right. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
It's on the play.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force. And they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did.
At the 16.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Now second and
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Fournette. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
This defense is really pulling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
makes the score Steelers 7.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 33-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On 2nd down, McFarland. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And that is incomplete.
Newton's pass.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
The Steelers send out their punter now. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
23-yard line.
The Jaguars again ready to take over on offense. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A pass there, complete to Westbrook. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part of play for him. I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain. Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville at a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
A second down throw for Prescott. To the left side here for Eifert. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
I think it's okay that they didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target, but it'll be second down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again. Newton. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
On for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now it's seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the slant, this is Chark. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Prescott to throw it. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. First down, Prescott. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott to the left side here for Eifert. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At the 44-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Jacksonville.
Prescott looks to throw on first. A throw for Westbrook, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Now a pass is taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. On first down, McFarland. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Back at the 36-yard line.
Now on second and 13. Newton able to hit his target, Claypool. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First and 10.
Now a first and 10 at the 11. Here's Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
1-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big time.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on the...
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run on 1st down. McFarland. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. To throw again on 2nd down. Newton, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Now Newton on 3rd and goal. Flushed it, and he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Josh Allen drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
A 28-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. They had it first and goal. 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Bud Dupree able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. A pass underneath for Fournette. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Johnson on the return. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And right now they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a 2-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time of the year, playoffs, game of this, and they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Josh Allen showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for?
Now, look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
First down.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw is Prescott. And the pressure gets to him again. T.J. Watt in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the 4th quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead.
Ready? I did a 3. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
They'll take over.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
32-yard line.
Here's Prescott. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
First down, Jacksonville.
A first down throw for Prescott. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
First and goal.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Call it a gain of 5, but still a decent ways from the end zone now on 4th and goal. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of timeouts. They start the drive with Connor. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7.
30, James Conner, the ball carrier.
Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
A 3-yard.
Here's a 2nd and 7 now from their own 7.
20.
From the gun, this will be McFarland. Still on his feet. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
The 30-yard line.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Running with McFarland. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set.
Check 26, check 26. Great.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving the first down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they take a knee. Second and 11.
20.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Anthony,
Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Again, McFarland. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
a gain of 3. It's 4th down.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it.
13.
And with this win and an AFC championship.